Slater King, let's get to the question that everybody is dying for you to answer. Where have you been?
I guess I just needed to disappear for a little while. So I sort of bought an island.
An island?
Mm-hmm. It's a great place to bring friends. Nice to meet you, Frida. We're going to my island for a few days. Do you guys want to come?
Channing Tatum is a tech billionaire with dark secrets in Zoe Kravitz's directorial debut to Blink Twice, which is not only suitable for the Me Too era, but it's also one of the few new movies I'll be reviewing this week on CJ at the Movies, along with a space odyssey, a trippy space odyssey if you will, starring Casey Affleck and Laurence Fishburne, and John Woo's American remake of his own 1989 Hong Kong movie. I'm Christopher Zweig. Let's take a look. The movie stars Naomi Ackie as a young cocktail waitress who meets tech billionaire Channing Tatum at an event, and he invites her and her friend Ali Shawkat to his private island, along with a cavalcade of characters including his partners Christian Slater, Simon Rex, Haley Joel Osment, and Levin Hawke, his assistant Gina Davis, and 3 female guests, one of them played by Adriana Ajorna.
Making memories! Making memories!
You having a good time?
We're having a great time. We're drinking champagne, and we're eating amazing food.
So do you think the human sacrifice is before or after dinner?
They all have fun on the island with all the luxuries an expensive vacation should have, but then Ackie begins to suspect that something is wrong with the island and that the women may be in grave danger, but I can't say why exactly.
Where's Jess?
Who's Jess?
My friend that was in the room next to mine. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! I feel like we're forgetting like a lot of stuff. Okay, but like, how?
Blink Twice is a fresh directorial debut for Kravitz, who provides Ackie with the kind of magnetism that makes her an entertaining heroine trying to grasp with the reality she is facing on the island, and the art direction and sets are colorful and beautifully photographed. If Get Out was set on an island and had a distinction between men and women instead of race, this would be that wickedly entertaining movie. Our next movie is Incoming, which isn't the worst Superbad ripoff, but it's also not one of the funniest for that matter. It tells the story of 4 high school freshmen who decide to make names for themselves at a high school party. 2 of them, played by Mason Thames and Bardia Serrari respectively, are determined to score, while the other 2, played by Rafael Alejandro and Raymond Reed, must drive home a drunk girl who thinks they're her Uber drivers.
We're not your Uber.
Uh-huh.
Where do you live?
Taco Bell.
Raunchy comedies can be brilliant in this generation, as wisely demonstrated in the underappreciated Joyride and Booksmart, but as long as they're given heart and humor in ways that we can really identify with the characters. And even in crappy comedies, some of them manage to score some laughs out of the material, but the humor is so crass and typical that Incoming is just a waste of time. No surprise here considering the trailer and how I was greatly disillusioned with Jackpot a few weeks ago. And Thames, who you may remember from The Black Phone, is no Michael Cera or Anthony Michael Hall in the lead role. Next up, The Killer, which is John Woo's American remake of his 1989 Hong Kong movie, which was mesmerizing, riveting, and sad altogether. In this new version set in Paris, the hitman is a woman named Z, played by Nathalie Emmanuel, whose actions temporarily cost the sights of a young American singer, played by Diana Silver, who also happens to be the lover of the drug dealer the French detective C, played by Omar C, shoots and kills.
The contract was clear. She should be dead. You just betrayed the most dangerous man in Paris.
Take care of the witness.
If you want to live, come with me.
As I began to watch this remake, I was almost cynical because of my experiences with last week's dreadful reboot of The Crow, but Woo knows how to honor his own movie and reminds us of his classic, and he seems to know the distinction between foreign films and American blockbusters, even though this is streaming on Peacock. I'm still pretty sure he's trying to cater to American audiences in certain aspects, which I can sense a mile away, but I'm also sure he's trying to avoid the cynicism of it all. What can I say? I love the original, and I had fun with this one, so give it the BOTD. Next up, Slingshot, a space thriller that I wasn't really looking forward to because of how the end of the summer doesn't usually release good movies, but I found it to be surprisingly entertaining. Casey Affleck stars as an astronaut who, along with an aeronautics expert played by Tomer Capone and their captain Laurence Fishburne, is on a mission to one of Saturn's moons, Titan, to collect some methane. They're all required to take 90-day hibernations, which has them drugged for sedation, and when their ship gets interfered by something that not even their technology can determine, it comes to great concern.
Houston, we have a situation.
The impact represents no real danger.
What if the whole system is compromised?
If we attempt a slingshot, we get blasted into deep space.
The latest movie from director Mikael Hofstrom presents this story in so many trippy ways that even we, the audience, are always in question about which reality the main protagonist is in, and it's no exception that he would see his girlfriend Emily Beecham on the ship, nor would the captain question his or the other astronauts' sanity.
Your imagination is playing a cruel trick on you.
How do you know this?
A decade ago, Affleck appeared in Interstellar, which told the story of astronauts who must find a new solar system to save mankind, and the puzzles within are ingenious and dazzling. Slingshot doesn't exceed that underrated masterpiece, but it does exceed my expectations, and it really has us thinking from start to finish about what is real and what is an illusion. Affleck convinces us of his character's nature and disillusionment, and Fishburne makes an interesting antagonist. This might confuse or disillusion certain moviegoers, but I'm still recommending Slingshot for the way it tests the characters and the audience. And our last movie is The Wasp, a thriller that stings you good. Set in the UK, we meet Heather, played by Naomi Harris, and Carla, played by Natalie Dormer, who used to be friends in their teens, but something has happened to separate them for 30 years. Heather has a horrible husband and a wasp problem, while Carla is a struggling grocery store cashier and mother of 4 kids and 1 on the way, and a gambling addict husband. And Heather decides to reunite with Carla and offers her to pay her to murder her husband because of how she casually killed a pigeon in their teens. This would be a step up for her.
I want you to kill Simon. I ain't never done this before. We need a proper plan. I want to scope out your place, work out timings, make sure nothing can go wrong.
We're going to question you a lot. It won't be easy.
Are you sure you want him actually dead?
Club meeting tonight, important I'm there. Don't wait up.
Yes.
However, what starts off as a murder-for-hire scheme ends up becoming an act of revenge. The real tension thickens as we see what happened between the 2 ex-friends and how they handle the outcome. Or were they really friends in the beginning? I probably would have liked it better without the flashback sequences, which are kind of irritating to me, and I can't explain why until you see it, but The Wasp has Harris and Dormer in fresh leads with charisma and emotions, and none of them have that campy commercial feel to the genre. They have character development, and whatever happened in their youth really has us in question, and the payoff is entertaining. Recapping this week's new movies: thumbs way up for Blink Twice, thumbs down for Incoming, thumbs way up for The Killer, thumbs up for Slingshot, and thumbs up for The Wasp. Well, those are the new movies I'm reviewing this week. I'm Christopher Zweig. Happy Labor Day weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you at the movies. For more amazing content, please like and subscribe to my channels, and please read my reviews at cjatthemovies.com and download the new HD Radio app.